The Beanstalk update has leaked due to a creator in the program showing the test servers. And I'm going to say right now, if you don't have a team of 8 gorillas, get them. Cooking isn't leaving, at least according to the test servers. There's going to be an option where you can make hot dogs. And what do you get for them? Pet space. There's basically nothing more valuable you could be offered for cooking than pet space at this point in the game. This is basically, remember, a grow a pet simulator. So that's pretty awesome. Now, on top of that, there is going to be a reward in this update for your plants, silver fertilizer, which will have the ability to turn your plants silver for a few hours, and that is a new type of item that opens the door to a lot of different possibilities in the future. And there's going to be eggs, there's going to be a golden goose. How are you going to get these? Well, you're going to have to level up your beanstalk, but also, I will say that the shop showed shekels. And I personally hope it doesn't use shekels. I hope it's more like the Zen update and uses Zen points, because if it uses shekels, that's going to suck for new players. There's going to be a lot of people trying to scam them to get their pets for shekels. Not going to be a fun time, in my opinion. Now, with that being said, when we talk about this update, there's going to be a leaderboard. That's pretty awesome if you play in public servers. There's also going to be a guide, kind of like this food recipe book here, except it's going to be for all your plants. So when it says, I want a woody plant, that's what you're going to get bonuses for submitting. There'll probably be a way to search for it. I'll probably still do a video. I'll probably do a video on each type of plant for people that don't have the knowledge that they can probably find it in that book. I'll probably do a video for each type of plant that they want. If it's easy to pull up, I'll do it. Try to get you some information. This looks like it's going to be a fun event. Looks like it might be a mass farmable event. So this event here, what kind of sucks for a lot of people is this timer. This timer kind of ruined it for a lot of people I know. You go and you want to play the game and it's like, okay, sure, you can now do the event in 27 more minutes. That's not fun. Or you do this and you're like, okay, well now I get my reward. Nope, now you got to wait for this pig to want the item that you just made. It, to me, didn't really land that well. But the new update seems to be suggesting that we're going to be able to just mass hold in fruit. So while it says, I want woody fruit, it also has a turn in all option. There's possibilities there. There's possibilities that if you say, I want woody fruit, that all you can do is maybe pine cones. If you hit submit all, maybe it only takes your pine cones because they're woody. Or do you maybe get points for everything and bonus points for woody? If it's everything, I think the strat is going to be making a mess of a garden, kind of like this one here, and just spam turning in constantly. I think that's probably going to be the plot. Now, once you've upgraded the beanstalk, you can jump it. You get a little parkour action to get up to the top, little obbies. But the trick is, once you upgrade the beanstalk enough, you can just use a portal up. Now, they show climbing the beanstalk, periodically there'll be little rewards you can find, little orbs. They seem like reclaimers, and do we really need more reclaimers? After the pig, it's probably going to be the same style of rewards as the pig. You might not want to bother climbing that beanstalk. Now, with all that being said, this is coming after Jandal said we are going to be having quality of life, not really focusing on updates. So I expect we'll get the beanstalk. There's not going to be a lot to it. I think it's going to be a very simple event. And week 2, they'll probably add a new NPC, a new angle to it. Maybe they'll use mutations or size or something. I get the feeling that's not going to affect it the first time around. And we're going to go from there. Maybe size will affect week 1 due to, the pig. Size affects how many rewards you get for the pig, and then change it up where mutations matter for week 2. Maybe that'll be the plot. Maybe that'll be the plan. I don't know. I think this update's going to be fun. I think it's going to be more enjoyed than the cooking update. And I think another thing is I think it'll be more macroable. And what I mean by that is the cooking update, you can get a bunch of harvests here and macro cooking. But when you go to turn in your rewards to this rat, you have to manually select or you're going to get bad rewards. When you come to the pig, you can macro it. I think the new event is going to be very, very, very macro friendly. I'm talking it's going to be macro friendly with people sitting in the shop just buying things. I think it's going to be macro friendly picking up your fruits and submitting them. So while the golden goose, 1%, probably going to be a good pet, probably going to be a cool pet, there's a decent chance it's going to be a very common pet. It's going to be something that people with 6 accounts are going to very, very easily be able to macro and get a bunch of. We're going to have to see. We're really going to have to see. I will say, what do I think of this event? I like the pets. I think the pets that I like the most is the French fry ferret. I really like it. I have it on my alt right now, getting myself some level 100 koi. That's what I'm doing with them. I never did get a team of 7, which I hoped. I think I capped out at 5 or 6, but it is what it is. I think that the game could be going in a good direction. I will say I was very worried with the idea of no updates because I feel like this is a type of game that lives or dies with updates. And are there ways they could make plants matter again, your garden matter and grow a garden? If they added plant-based mutations, you could get a mutation machine for your seeds. If they added so that every event that involves the better plants isn't just did you play during the Bone Blossom event, I think that would be an improvement. Those are things that I hope come. I hope we can get that. I will say, thinking about plants, it makes me think of Bug Snacks. I don't know if anyone played that game where there's snacks that are also bugs, and it made me think it'd be pretty cool to have a cooking update where you make a bunch of items, you throw it into a machine, and you get like food-based pets that are like a combination of the food you threw in. Maybe have some randomization to their stats, so it's a little more of a grind you can do over time. There's going to be an achievement system they're adding. There's going to be new fences, brand new fences that comes to mind. The achievement system is supposed to come with a reward that looks like it might be a fox. Maybe it's going to be like a kitsune. My biggest worry is if they release a reward that comes with completing all the achievements, it better be good. It's going to be something that each account gets once. It better be good. But there's also the worry, hey, how good is it? Because if it ends up being really, really, really good and it's tradable, there's just going to be accounts stacked with 8 of them taking advantage of them. Maybe because achievement type pet, it won't be tradable. Maybe they'll go that route. That would be a real interesting direction to go. But we'll see. They were talking about wanting to possibly do challenges. Jandal did on TikTok, where you would do like a challenge in Roblox, starting with a fresh garden, and you could get seeds or a pet from it. If they started doing exclusive rewards like that, that'd be pretty interesting. And I'm sure people will be upset if they missed out on an exclusive pet they couldn't trade for, but people are currently upset about seeds they missed out they couldn't trade for. And if it's something like a challenge or something like an achievement or something like, a challenge that they could just keep around forever and you could cycle through and pick the one you want, it could possibly just be available to everyone at some point. And that would also make some content creation, because then every challenge, every achievement, every guide, content creators can make videos for, getting more hype, getting more build. We're going to have to see. This event, the next few events, I think will decide Grow a Garden's popularity and whether it survives much longer. I think that the Zen event really did a little bit of damage to the reputation. I think the cooking event kind of did some damage, whether people want to admit it or not. And now people are wondering, are we going to be proven that we should dedicate more time to the game? Still having fun. I'm still enjoying it. I play when I don't need to play for videos. I'm having fun growing my garden, getting my pets. Not gonna lie, personally, I like the pets. I think the pets are the best part of this game. I think without the pets, I probably would have never played at all. So I hope they don't abandon them. I just hope we maybe get some more plant options that are more pet-like. Give me some passives, gives me some mutations on the base plant, give me some mutation machine for those plants. Let me have some fun to make a unique garden.